Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plummy, and in this episode of Reaction-RtK, I'm gonna be switching up my list of reactions a little bit, and I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for Stray Kids' album, where usually I would have had to react to it probably about a month or 2 months from now, because I am that far behind in terms of reacting to K-pop albums. But since I'm a huge fan of ATEEZ, I've decided to nullify the list and move it up and react to ATEEZ's recent album Zero Fever Part 1. And obviously, since I've already reacted to the title track, or at least one of the title tracks, Inception, I'm not going to be reacting to that song in this video. The songs that I'm going to be reacting to in this video are going to be Fever, Thanxx, To The Beat, Good Little Boy, and One Day at a Time. And obviously, if you've watched my channel and know my taste in music at this point, you know which song I'm most excited about. Yes, it's definitely Thanxx, because I've had some complaints about Inception not being as hard-hitting, and that is just a personal complaint that I had about it, because I love ATEEZ for their hard-hitting music, and Inception was pretty good. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the song and I've been listening to it so much since my reaction, which I recorded to yesterday. But I'm still left a little bit unsatisfied in terms of how hard-hitting it is, so I'm hoping that Thanxx is gonna deliver on that. And as far as I know, they're also gonna release a music video for Thanxx at some point. It's actually supposed to be the more expensive music video, at least so I've heard. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. But I honestly can't wait for that music video to be released, so I'm just gonna react to the song now. And whenever the music video is released, I'm gonna react to it too. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into this, so I guess without further ado, let's just jump into it. And by the way, I just want to mention that I might not react to all the songs twice, just because they might not be as good. We'll see. I just don't want you to expect me to react to each song twice. So yeah, without further ado, let's start this off by getting into Fever in 3, 2, 1. And I'm pretty sure this is my first ever reaction to an ATEEZ album. The one thing that I've noticed about ATEEZ's albums is that they always have 2 songs of the album that are title track quality. And I love that personally. It literally gives us 2 title tracks for the price of 1. Okay, I'm definitely gonna react to this one a second time. Actually, sometimes there's even more than 2 title track level songs, because like with the album which Wave and Illusion were released, there was also Utopia, which is such a good song. I just haven't found myself really enjoying their other B-sides too much, because they tend to have this kind of summary feel to them, and that's not something that I enjoy as much as their more darker title track songs. And yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna focus on the song more for the second listen. That sentence literally does not make grammatical sense whatsoever. I feel like this song has some nostalgic vibes to it. but I'm gonna say for sure after the second listen, or during it. Okay, I love Song Was part, it's so catchy. Okay, for this song, I still can't say whether it's title track quality, but it's definitely better than your average B-side. It might be on the same level as Utopia. So yeah, let's get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. Actually should probably react to ATEEZ's album which had Answer in it, because it was released this year, and if I want to be fair on my top list, top K-pop song list of 2020, I'll definitely have to react to it, so expect that at some point soon, but we'll see when. Depends also how popular this video gets, because if it gets a lot of views, you know that I'm gonna be doing it sooner. So yeah, if you're interested, leave a like and subscribe. I genuinely feel like this concept that they're going for, and I know this might be a controversial opinion, please don't crucify me for this, but I definitely see some similarities with BTS's Most Beautiful Moments in Life. I'm not saying they're copying them. I personally wouldn't even care if they did, because I'm really disappointed with BTS nowadays. I personally feel like they sold out to the American market. So even if ATEEZ was copying them, which I don't think they are, I just like this concept. I like the vibes, what they're going for with the message. And even if they are, so what? BTS is not doing that concept, so what?
Young fever.
Okay, so I definitely got into this album and decided to listen to it because I just cannot wait to listen to Thanxx, because I've heard snippets of it and it sounds so good, and I'm gonna probably be blown away by how good it is. But honestly, so far, I mean, it's the first song of the album, but it's good, honestly. I'm surprised. I definitely enjoy it more than your average ATEEZ B-side because I have listened to some of them, even if I have not reacted to them. I've given some of them the chance, and there's only a handful, I would say less than 5, that I would say are really good, and outside of the 2 title track level songs, like for example with their debut album Treasure and Pirate King are the 2 really good songs. With the Say My Name album, it's Say My Name and Hala Hala. With Wave and Illusion, it's obviously Wave and Illusion. With Wonderland, I actually don't remember if there was a second song in that one. With Answer, there was Horizon, which was another really good song. And out of the B-sides, like honestly off the top of my head, the ones that I can say that are really stand out would be Utopia and Twilight. And that's pretty much it. There might be 1 or 2 more that I've enjoyed, but they haven't really left much of an impact on me. But those 2 are definitely the ones that stick out right now. So yeah, this one is definitely better and more unique, or I don't know, more memorable than your average ATEEZ B-side, so I like that. In some ways it reminds me of Utopia. I feel like it's going for a similar vibe, I feel like, maybe, I don't know. But the important thing is that I enjoy it. And I guess I'm gonna give this one an 8.4 out of 10. Because, yeah, I enjoy the song, but it's not an explosive hype track, which is what would make me give it a 10 out of 10. And I know it might be a stupid reason for me to rate the song based on the fact how much it is like a hype anthem kind of song, considering the next song is going to be exactly that. But yeah, it's just, that's what would make me really satisfied by listening to it, and because of that it just didn't really satisfy me in this way. But it's still a good song for what it is. I think what it wanted to do, it did it perfectly, which is why, I mean, I guess I can give it a 10 out of 10 objectively, but I would say a more fair number rating would be a 9 out of 10. Because it still did everything solidly, but it's not a blow your mind kind of song, I feel like. It's a nice, chill, smooth summer song. So yeah, let's get into the main dish. Oh boy, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I cannot hold it. Let's just jump into it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I love already the vibe. It's different. Oh yeah, this is definitely the hard-hitting song. Holy shit! Okay, I'm actually a little bit underwhelmed, if I gotta be honest. But maybe my hype was way too high. Okay, I love the beginning of the chorus here, which is the same thing I felt about Inception. So these 2 songs are much more similar than you think. Like, both of these songs have their hook. What is for me the hook during the chorus, or the part that I like the most, in like the 2nd, 5th, of the chorus. It's in the second fifth of the chorus. That's the best way I can explain it. Because for example with Inception is the part where Jungkook dances like this. That's the part of the song that is, in my opinion, the best. And this song kind of has the same hook, the hook in the same place. Like this Thanxx, it's in the exact same position as that part where Jungkook dances in Inception. I just don't remember what he sings during that part. And definitely, I'm so excited for the music video. Please, KQ, post it soon. Okay. So, after first listen, I'm honestly a little bit underwhelmed. I still think it's an amazing song, and probably after a second listen I'm gonna be in love with it, but just on first listen, most likely because my hype was through the roof, I am a little bit underwhelmed, but it's mainly the verses that disappoint me actually, cause I feel like the verses of Inception were better, while the chorus of this one might be either on par or better than Inception's. But yeah, we'll definitely see a second listen, because towards the end here I definitely fell in love even more with the chorus and the verses a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. What is this sound they're going for here? What does it remind me of? God damn it. It reminds me of something that I watched recently. Is it Latino inspired? I love the chorus. The verses again are a little bit weak, but the chorus is so worth it. And while I reserve my right to say this again whenever I react to the music video of this song, I think choosing Inception to be the first music video release, I think was the best choice, because that song is honestly just right off the bat feels more iconic and just better. I feel like it's a better song. I still like this song, and they're two very different songs, but I feel like Inception is better. But yeah, I reserve my judgment I reserve my ability to judge it again when I react to the music video. I'll decide for sure then. I gotta say, ATEEZ's English is so bad. I'm talking in terms of it making sense in the song. Sometimes it's so bad. Okay. The song is actually not quite what I expected it to be. It's definitely hard hitting as hell, and it's your staple 80s hard hitting song. And I feel like definitely takes them in a little bit of a different direction compared to their music so far. But I don't know. If you watch my reaction to Inception, you know that I basically said that Inception feels like the love child of Wonderland and Answer. And I don't know, I feel like in a certain sense that makes it better, because it's both a really melodic and vocally based song, and it's still a really hard hitting song too, with very hard instrumental. Well, this one I feel like goes too much with the hard instrumental, and it doesn't really tie the rest of the song together with a really nice melody. I don't know, I just feel like I don't know, I feel like Inception just I feel like the fact that Inception is much more melodic just ties it better together and makes it better because of that. Well, this one, yes, I like the hard-hitting sound, and I like whatever style or genre or influence they have for it. I think it's Latino or something, I don't know. And I like it, but I don't really feel like it's tied together as nicely as Inception was. I don't know, just... And Inception also feels more like ATEEZ. Like, I don't know, I just don't know. This one, in a certain sense, feels like an evolution of their pirate concept. I can see this being like a version of their pirate concept too. But in like, you could, I think the best way to describe the two songs is like, this song could feel like the cousin of Pirate King, while Inception feels like the cousin of Hala Hala maybe, I don't know, or the cousin of Say My Name, I don't know. The point is, I think I like Inception more, even though I definitely would have liked them having a more harder song for the title track. I just feel like they did Inception better, I don't know. Again, I'm gonna wait until the title track, the music video is released, to say for sure whether I like this or Inception more, but as it stands right now, Inception is definitely the better song, I would say. So yeah, personally, I think I'm gonna give this one an 8.7 as well. Is that what I gave the last song? I think so. And yeah, I already explained what I like and what I didn't like about it. I feel like it's just the verses are a little bit weak, I don't know. They're definitely not as good as Inception. Well, objectively, I think I'm gonna give this one a 9.4 out of 10. I think most people, especially people like me who like hard-hitting songs, are gonna like it, but I don't know, I feel like they just didn't do it as good as their other hard-hitting title tracks. I don't know. Maybe it's just a change in sound that they're going for with this new album series. Maybe that's just it. I don't know. Maybe I just need a few more listens to really fall in love with it, but this is just how I feel about it right now. And obviously I feel like most people are gonna be a little bit more lenient than me and are gonna enjoy it more, but still, I don't feel like it's 10 out of 10 kind of song. So yeah. Ultimately, I would say I am a little disappointed. It's not as good as I wanted it to be, but I also had very high expectations. I expected it to be as good as Inception, but as good in its hard-hitting sound, and it didn't really deliver on that, I feel like. So yeah, let's move on to the next song of this video, that being To The Beat, and maybe we're gonna find a really good song in the rest of the B-sides, so let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, what the fuck is this? Oh, fuck you, ATEEZ! I know fans are gonna love this one. It definitely feels much more hip-hop based than most of their music. I mean, they're obviously hip-hop based because a lot of their music is with tons of rapping. But this is definitely their take on hip-hop, I would say. Make you say wow, oh dikanika, tama nekoya, nekoya, it's so easy. It's kind of funny that both groups did a song that has that lyric. If you know who I'm referring to. Yeah, this is by far the best part of the song in my opinion. What the fuck is this? Did he just grab a bunch of pants and smash them together? I mean, I like it, but sure, what the hell? Boy, I cannot wait to see Form of Therapy's reaction to this album. That's for sure. Okay. So, this one is an interesting case. As I said, it's kind of like their take on hip-hop, I feel like. And I think they did a solid job with it. But some of the parts of the song for me just... I don't know what word to use to describe how I feel about it, but some of the parts just feel cheap. Like, specifically some of the parts like Woo Young's, what was the part? I forgot. Give me a second to find it. Like his Let It Shine part, I don't know, just feels weirdly cheap. I don't know, it just doesn't really work for me. And there were some other parts during the song that felt like this, that kind of lowered my enjoyment of the song. But there are a lot of things that I liked about this song. Like for example, the beginning part where they're whispering, that's really cool and really sexy. And I'm so sure the fangirls are gonna fucking love this. And I love the ending instrumental, whatever the hell were they doing with the instrumental there, I love that. I honestly feel like I would have loved this song so much more if the whole instrumental was like this. Because I'm a sucker for unique instrumentals, and I don't think you can get more unique than that. But yeah, we're gonna react to this one more time, so let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. Or maybe if the whole song was like this, I would have also really liked that.
참 부끄럽지 더 보여줄게 배로 제대로 비슷한 새끼들이 넘쳐나리 아주 칭찬해 두 배로 이렇게 생겨버렸지 too many twins 뿌듯하지 모두 화이팅 우리 남겨같이 우리 춤을 출 테니 손잡고 돌아지고 한 바퀴 Follow my boys 너 그게 소리 질러 내가 Let it shine Let it shine
Okay, on second listen it's not as egregious, but still. Honestly, like, the lyrics are saying that this is like songkwa singing or chanting, but to me it more sounds like everybody rather than just one member. So maybe they should have signified that in the lyrics, in the lyric video. And just are the only One Young lines that let it shine, let it shine. Is that the only part of the song which he does? I think my favorite part of this song is definitely Jongho singing. I feel like maybe he should have been more prominent towards the song to tie it all together, because this part here is the best part of the song. I feel like I think maybe it's because it's the most melodic part of the song, because whatever they're going for with the song doesn't necessarily work for me as well as it should be. Although, as I said, I really like this part here. I could honestly listen to a whole song like this. I genuinely wish they did the whole song like that. That would have been so awesome. But still, I like it. At the very least, it makes it really memorable. Maybe even more memorable than Thanxx, but I'll probably end up listening to Thanxx a lot of times, while for this one, I don't really think I'll listen to it that much. Considering the best parts of the song are the ending singing part by Jongho and the instrumental. Yeah, I don't know. If I listen to it, it's gonna be pretty much only for that part of the song. So yeah. Yeah, ultimately I feel like it was a really cool song in terms of the concept and what they were going for, but the execution definitely leaves some things to be desired. I feel like the rap verses are not as good as they should be. To me, they are not as catchy as they probably intended it to be, and I feel like there's a lack of variety in terms of the singing. Like, I know that they're going for a lot of low voice singing in this one, like not high pitched, just low pitched, and that's completely fine, but I feel like it doesn't allow the members' voices to really stand out, because the only members who have low voices out of the singers, it's Yo-sang and Songhwa, I would say. San has a high voice, so does Woo-young, so does, I would say, Youngho. And I feel like they force too many members to sing in the low voice, and they kind of kill the variety in terms of the pitches, with only Jongho being on the high end, and I think because of that, he's the best part of the song, and also because his part of the song is the most melodic, which I feel it's a little bit lacking. But with the kind of song that they were going for, I understand why it's not as melodic as the ending, but still. I just feel like they didn't do it as well as they should, and maybe because of that they should have just went with a melodic song, but yeah. I guess personally I'm gonna give this one an 8.3 out of 10. If the ending part wasn't as good as it was, it probably would have been a 7.7 maybe, but I just really like the ending part with the singing by Jongho and the weird as hell instrumental. I think it's so cool. Well, objectively, I think I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10 because... honestly, I don't know, I think I'm actually gonna give it an 8.3 out of 10 because I can see some people really hating that ending part because some people do not like good music. I'm joking. Some people just do not like this kind of weird sounding music, as we saw with like Red Velvet's Simsalabim and how everybody hated that song, even though I personally love it. And it's debatably my favorite Red Velvet song. But some also might like the melodic part with Jongho, so yeah, I think 8.3 is a good neutral score for the objective one too. So yeah, I guess let's get into the second to last song, Good Little Boy, in 3, 2, 1. Holy shit, okay, this one is starting really good. Okay, this should have been the second title track, what the hell? Yeah, I think this one definitely should have been the second title track. It feels much more similar to Inception, and it feels as good as Inception. Something which Thanxx didn't really. Okay, I'm happy that I found another song that I really like. This chorus part is a little bit too fast-paced, but I still like it. Yeah, so far this is definitely the song with the closest vibe to Inception, and I really like that. I think the vibe of Inception and what they were going for is really good, but the rest of the album doesn't really have the same vibe. And while I would have liked to see a really hard-hitting song like Wonderland, I feel like in this album they're doing more melodic based songs better than the hard hitting rap based ones. Because genuinely this one just feels much better than Thanxx. Oh my god, it's so good! Oh, this part here sounds so good! My only little complaint is the chorus is a little bit too fast-paced for me. I know that's an unusual complaint for me, but it's a bit too fast-paced. Okay, you know we're definitely gonna be reacting to this one a second time. Because yeah, this one is amazing right off the bat. It has the exact same feeling of iconicness and so similar to what they've done so far, but yet so different. Like, it's very much ATEEZ, but it's so different as well. It has the exact same vibe to the title track, and I understand that they are probably going for different vibes with the title track, similar to what they did with Wave and Illusion. Two very different songs. Wave was a more, I wouldn't say generic, but more traditional summer song, while Illusion was more of a, I guess you could say, hip-hop based with tons of autotune, which I actually personally didn't like at first, but it's definitely grown on me. And they're kind of doing the same thing here with Inception being more dramatic and darker and melodic, while Thanxx is more, I would say, happier, but I don't think I can't tell if it's definitely that the case, but it's just more energetic and harder hitting. So they're different, but I feel like it's actually a little bit too different, because I really like the vibe of the title track, and this song, Good Little Boy, actually gives me the exact same vibe, but in a yet different way again. So honestly, if I had to choose the two title tracks for this album, definitely would have been Inception and Good Little Boy. Some might have said too similar, but I don't know, I just enjoy this one so much. So let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. I don't know what exactly is the similarity between the two, but I love it. I love the vibe that they're going for. Like, it's so melodic, yet it's so hard hitting, and I love that. That's one of the best combinations you can have in Kpop. And debatably, Honjong's verse in this song is better than even the title track. And I feel like these more melodic songs, like this song and the title track, just allow every single member to shine in them in some way. Because in this one you can see all the members have a meaningful part of the song. Especially Wooyoung, who has been like the poster child for this comeback. This is his era in my opinion. Wooyoung is the one member that is creeping up my bias list. Wooyoung and Youngho. Ooh, this part here, oh, I love it. Honestly, this song is debatably better than even Inception. At the very least, I like it as much as I like Inception. Whew. Okay. I mean, I already said it. This song is fucking amazing. It's just as good as the title track. And I did not expect this good of a B-side, because this is not a title track or any of the two title tracks. This is the B-side. So this one is definitely going to my top 20 B-sides, K-pop B-sides of 2020. That's for sure. Because it's fucking amazing. It has the exact same vibe and quality as the title track Inception. And I think it's definitely better than Thanxx. It's right off the bat much more memorable, much better, much more, feels much more complete, I feel like. And the verses are just as good as the chorus. And actually the chorus might be a little bit weaker than the chorus of Inception. And maybe even a little bit of Thanxx, but overall I think it's a better song, and it's as honestly as good as Inception, I would say. It could be even better, but I think at the very least it's as good as Inception. Damn. I'm happy that there was another really good song that really stands out as a good song, just like the title track, because I was worried that there wasn't going to be one, and that this album was definitely not going to go in my top albums of 2020s. Right now, it's still probably not gonna be one of the top like 5, but it's still in the top 10, I would say, because I liked Fever decent amount. Thanxx, I mean, I definitely would need a few more listens before I fall in love with it, but so far it's fine enough. To the Beat, I think it's the worst so far, but there's a lot of unique things about it, so I like it too. And this one is fucking amazing, just as good as the title track. So far it has a decent chance, but yeah, it's not as good as some other albums like Stray Kids'. I feel like it's better, and especially Dreamcatcher's. But yeah, personally I'm gonna give this one a 9.8 out of 10. I don't remember what I gave Inception. I think I gave it an 8.8 actually. And yeah, I'm probably basing them on different qualities, because Inception is a title track, and as a title track it feels weaker than Answer, it feels weaker than Wave, it feels weaker than Wonderland. I would say the only title track that it feels better than is Treasure. But if we judge it on objective song qualities, it's probably on the same level as Utopia, I would say, maybe a little bit higher. Or very close to Say My Name, I don't know. It's a good song, but in terms of a title track, it's the second least intensive, I would feel like. While in terms of B-sides, this song is definitely one of their best B-sides. I think it might be my favorite B-side, even better than Utopia, even though Utopia is a little bit more unique because it doesn't sound like any other song by ATEEZ, while this one pretty much sounds like the brother of Inception. So yeah, it's gonna be a 9.8 out of 10. While objectively, I am going to give it a 10 out of 10. It's an amazing song. It's a B-side, and it's an amazing song, which obviously makes it even cooler. The fact that it's a really good song, and I feel like most people are gonna be in love with this one. But I'm really curious what people think about this album, so I'm definitely gonna be going straight to Reddit after this. So yeah, I guess let's finish off this reaction by getting into One Day at a Time in 3, 2, 1. I heard that this song was completely in English, so we'll see whether that is the case or not.
If you're a bit scared, you're living on edge, it's how to escape your worries. If you wanna hide, you're losing your mind, you gotta lean on somebody. I'll be there somebody for ya. Doesn't match the man.
Okay, their English is better than I expected.
Say the word, I'll be there. 'Cause you can reach me whenever you like. Hit me up, DM, tweet, call me over time. Till we're free to meet up for a coffee and a smile. See you on the other side. Don't let it get you down.
Okay, I know it's a slow song, and if you know me, you know that I'm not a big fan of slow songs, but the fact that I can understand what they're saying, even without reading the lyrics, is definitely allowing me to enjoy it as a slow song much more. I think I'm most likely gonna end up listening to this one just because it stands out from the rest of the discography as an English song, or a song in English.
If you think you're trapped, you're in that box about yourself, I'll help you break it. And I'm gonna catch you when you fall or when you're sinking. And when it gets the most, I'm overthinking it. Don't look back, let it go. Just keep calm and carry on. Yeah, they talk a lot, but I ain't tripping. Trying to drown us, keep us swimming. What we have, stay in the moment. We can't stop, just trying to be honest. Put it all up, we can pull up. Yeah, we can give up, it's about luck. Yeah, we gon' talk, but they say look. Yeah, take it on try, but they never break us. It's overwhelming. Hold on tight, I'll be here. Don't forget it. 'Cause your life sometimes we need a helping, and you'll be alright. Just take it slow, one day at a time. Fire comes on fire. We're in this together. Even though we're apart, won't be for long, won't be for long. We face stormy weather, rain's pouring, but it never lasts. Only gets better from here.
Was that Yonko doing that falsetto? That didn't sound like him at all. Okay, so this one is gonna be the only song in this album that I'm not gonna react to a second time because I think I've pretty much gotten everything I need to share my thoughts about it on the first listen, and because I just wanna end this because I'm really tired and I just wanna go to sleep. So yeah, as I said, because it's an English-based song, like it's a song in English, I'm able to actually enjoy it much more than if it was in Korean, because if it was in Korean, I would definitely have complained about it being a really slow song and that it's kind of boring for me. Because I don't really understand anything, and by the way, that is going to change in the next 4 years because I'm actually going to be studying Korean in university, so as time goes on, my reactions are going to get better because I'll be able to understand what they're saying in the moment, which is one of the things that is stopping me from enjoying slower K-pop songs. So yeah, I like this song. I like I guess you could say the message of the song, like one day at a time, like don't push yourself to do too much. I guess that's how I interpret it, at least, like don't push yourself too hard. You can go through your life one day at a time. I like that message. And I like whenever I can just kind of casually understand the meaning of a song without having to read the lyrics or whatever. I feel like when the song is in English like this, the message has a much easier time crossing over than when it's in Korean, even though in Korean sometimes you can also make it cross, but like if this song was in Korean, I wouldn't have really related to the message, I feel like. So I appreciate that it's in English. But I don't know how I feel about them doing a song in English. I get that they're appealing to international fans much more because they're obviously much bigger outside of Korea than they are in Korea. But still, I don't know, like I like K-pop for the fact that it's Korean music and it's in Korean. That's one of the things that make it stand out. So whenever boy groups or K-pop groups in general do songs in English, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily bother me and I don't necessarily hate it, but it's just a thing that I can't decide whether I like it or not. Sometimes it produces a good song, like with Thanxx's Who Do You Love. I think that's an amazing song. But sometimes, I don't know. And the thing is, whenever they K-pop groups release English versions of K-pop songs, and in this case actually, the English sounds so awkward. I feel like if the song was, it definitely feels like a song that was written in Korean and then translated and made to work in English, rather than a song that was created in English. Because there are so many awkward sentences and rhymes that just don't feel right, feel off. And I feel like that drags down the song a little bit, but ultimately I feel like it's an enjoyable song that stands out from the rest of their discography because it's in English. So yeah, personally I think I'm gonna give this one an 8.4 out of 10, because as I said, I like the message. The fact that it's in English makes me allows me to enjoy it more, but it's still not really something that I'm probably gonna go out of my way to listen to, just because it's a slow song at the end of the day. And even the slow songs in English that I usually love and used to love before getting into K-pop, even those I only listen to once in a while after the initial love for them and hype for them has passed. Well, objectively, I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. I feel like most people are gonna enjoy it, and obviously, especially international fans. And there's nothing really wrong with this song, I feel like. The only wrong part is definitely the awkward lyrics, which just feel off. They don't feel like your usual English song. As I said, I explained already why, because it's translated most likely from Korean. It was written originally in Korean, rather than just making it in English right off the bat. Or maybe they did, I don't know, just how it feels. So yeah, overall I would say this album is decent, but I definitely had higher expectations. But honestly, probably that was a stupid idea, because I don't think ATEEZ has ever had I've never really felt that their albums are amazing. Like, obviously they have really good songs and their title tracks are amazing, but I never felt them as a group with amazing B-sides and amazing albums overall. So yeah, I enjoy it, but I'm disappointed ultimately. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And in addition to being a writer, I also have a blog on which I review TV shows, movies, cartoons, anime, video games, anything like that that you can think of. And also from time to time I'm gonna be doing top 10 lists specifically for K-pop. It's mostly gonna be like 3 lists once per year. Those being top K-pop title tracks of that year, top albums of that year, and top K-pop B-sides of that year. So at some point in December you can expect a top 20 list of the K-pop songs from 2020, top albums of 2020, and top K-pop B-sides of 2020. And if you end up enjoying that blog for the K-pop posts or for any other posts like the reviews, or you end up enjoying my stories, or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon or Subscribe-Star, where you can pledge support and help keep the channel going. It helps support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy and just doing the things you enjoy seeing from me. And additionally, I just want to mention that all the money you decide to support me with are gonna go towards my transition fund, because you can head over to Patreon or Subscribe-Star, where you can pledge support and help keep the. And additionally, I just want to mention that all the money you decide to support me with are gonna go towards my transition fund. Because if you're new to the channel or just haven't noticed at this point, I'm actually transgender, but I haven't been able to start my transition yet. Hopefully I will in the next few months, because I'm gonna be moving out actually and starting university. So if you could help me out monetarily, that would be greatly appreciated. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out by liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you next one. Bye!